3XY to talk to Renee. You've just done a marathon run from Geelong up to Melbourne to come on tonight, which I really appreciate. How was the gig down at the Palais?
It was incredible, actually.
Geelong's a really good town, isn't it?
Yeah, I've usually only done the Sundowner there.
Yeah.
And it's good to do a theatre.
There's a lot of rock and roll happening down at Geelong these days too. The bands going there all the time. How are you finding the material off the new album to do live on stage?
Good. I mean, I've always sort of done stuff that I feel, most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And everything that we do seems very comfortable. And I've got the greatest band backing me.
Yeah, right. There were a few changes there with Barry Sullivan going and a few other people.
Yeah.
But it's all consolidated itself at the new tour. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I've got, Russell and Mark and actually guys that I used to be in Mother Earth with ages ago. So I feel quite at home.
Yeah.
Talking about earlier bands, I don't think... Hello.
There's two of us here.
I don't think a lot of people realise that you, at the moment, are only 23. And, you've achieved so much. Oh, look, she's blushing. You've achieved so much in such a short time. Can we go back originally when you first got into a band? How old were you, about 17 or something?
I sang in my first band called Dry Red when I was, 17.
Yeah.
Then I left home and everything. And then one of the guys left. Do you want me to go on?
Yeah.
One of the guys left that band and joined a band called Sun, but he didn't take me with him. I was sort of left doing Dry Red. And then we played at the Arts Factory one night in Sydney, and the guy from Sun heard me and told the guys to come down, and I sort of joined them. And that was sort of the start of really my career.
Yeah, from there you went to Mother Earth, right?
Yeah, we did an album in Sun, and then that split up, and I sort of played with sort of different bands, and then Mother Earth happened. I met Mark, and
Punch.
Yeah.
What sort of influences did you go through that sort of moved you in the direction that you're going in now?
Well, when I was in Sun, the whole band was into people like Coltrane and Elvin Jones, and I sort of used to go around going, it's great.
Yeah.
But I didn't really understand much of it
Yeah.
because I was 18 or something, and so were they, so they didn't really understand either. But then when I joined Mother Earth, I started listening more to sort of Aretha and people like that, who I'd always liked but never done any. The bands I was in never wanted to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you've always stuck to something that you really believed in. There were times when people were suggesting that maybe you should move into another area, because with Australian artists in particular, that particular area had never sort of succeeded, right?
I think it's happening here now.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Moving Along Tour, the Moving On Tour, right? That's going to a lot of areas you've never played before, too, around Victoria and around the rest of Australia, too.
Yeah, it's the first time we've done real country areas.
Yeah. You're happy with the way all that's going?
Yeah, well, the audiences that we have gotten have been incredible, and we haven't gotten that many people in some of the country areas because we've never done it before, but it's a start,
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about Stairs and Whispers, and we'll play that?
Okay, Stairs and Whispers. Well, when I went to the States the second time to sort of meet the producer and everything, the very first thing he said to me when they picked us up from the airport was, I've got this one song.
Which he co-wrote or something.
He co-wrote it, which of course he had to flog it. But anyway, he just said, it would suit you down to the ground. You should have a listen to it. And so I did. And to tell you the honest truth, I wasn't that in love with it till I sort of did it.
Yeah.
And even when I did it, because it was the hardest thing to sing, because it's a really disciplined vocal thing. I mean, it doesn't sound like it maybe, but it took a lot of...
It's not all that easy to do.
Yeah, because I'd never done anything that was really... I had to stick to the melody.
Yeah.
I usually fool around.
Well, the gamble certainly paid off, because the record's been a big success and still is a big success in town, as is the album. And talking to Renee about herself and the band, and also your future moves, like you're doing the tour at the moment, the Moving Along tour, which is moving along very nicely. Yeah. Where do you go from there? We won't see you in Melbourne again for quite some time, will we?
No, I'll finish up in Sydney on Sunday night, and then I'm going to the States shortly after that just to do PR and stuff.
Yeah.
And I come back and do a tour of New Zealand, and then maybe another tour if you want me.
I think you'll be wanted.
'Cause,
People will be
yeah.
paying a lot of attention, and while you're gone, we'll make sure we let people know exactly what you're up to. Maybe put in a phone call with you or something, huh?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Check out what's happening. A voice from home, huh?
Mm.
Renee, thanks very much for coming in tonight.
Thank you.